Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this topic, you guys, we are going to go over the narcissist destroys your dreams. So before I get into this topic, you guys, I hope that everyone is safe. I hope that everyone can write down on the comments and keep us updated on what city, state you're living in and maybe what's going around in your area with this COVID-19. As you guys know, someone close to me actually, they're in the hospital with COVID-19 and they had prior issues as far as they were already on dialysis and had a very weak immune system. And I'll keep you guys updated as far as what I know, because I know some of you believed it was a hoax. But, even me, myself, and I, when everything just started going on, I had dreams about, this epidemic that we're going through. I could make a video on that too if you guys would like. I have so many videos that I share my dreams and different events, different nightmares that I went through with narcissism and just waking up and realizing that everyone around me was living off the same energy. Even the strangers that I would meet were somehow connected to the narcissist in my life. And that's when I realized, it almost felt like I was being gang stalked. But I would tell myself these people don't really know each other. And as I started to document everything that was going on in my life, the people around me, the connections that were very that you just would say, wow, this is a very small world. And I felt as if I was being ganged up on. And that's when I started to do more research on this epidemic that I was going through with the virus of narcissism that was going on in my life. And that's when I stumbled across gang stalking. And from then on, I was able to put the pieces together to all the things that were happening to me spiritually in my dreams. That was happening to me physically in my physical body, and just on information that I've went through, that I've studied on, and that I've lived, and the people that I've connected with, strangers, that I've, went out somewhere out of town and was staying at a hotel and then somehow was connected with some great people. And as we started these great conversations, the word narcissist would come up and people, strangers would even tell me, I was with this narcissistic person. And that's when I realized, wow, a lot of people are going through this. And I would tell these people, where did you hear the term narcissism? And what happens is that a lot of people go through so many effed up events in their life that when they finally start to say, am I crazy? I mean, I know I'm kind of emotional. I know I might be a little nuts, but I feel like people are making me feel this way. I feel like people are making me feel anxious or feel depressed, or sometimes you might not even know where it's coming from until one day you realize, how did I get here? And then you start researching things, because on your bad days, you realize that there's certain things that you can't talk about, or there's certain people that you're like, don't talk about them, because it brings up all these memories that are trapped in your brain and that you have been trying to escape. And once those thoughts start coming, you run with those thoughts and you can't stop. And you just keep going until you find yourself depressed in a deeper hole, where it's almost like you're waiting for something to appear to bring you out of that hole and to tell you it's going to be okay, or that you're not crazy, or that you can keep going, or that you do have a friend, or that you're not the only person that feels like this. And even though we all have different circumstances and different events that we went through, we understand, and I understand. I get what you're going through. I get what you've been through. And I know that some of us have been dealing with this longer than others. And some of us have been dealing with this our whole lives. And it's gotten us to the point where, we feel like we can't chase after our dreams anymore. We feel like our dreams have been vanished from us, have been taken from us. And some of us, by the time we wake up and realize what has happened to us, so many bad things have happened. So many things that you might have not seen as a blessing at that moment was a blessing. It was your moment. It was God or a higher energy trying to pull you out of that, but you were stuck to the narcissist like a magnet. And once you got consumed in the narcissist, you lost sight of who you were. You lost sight of your dreams, or your dreams just might have not seemed so important anymore, because the narcissist has a funny way of making you feel less than. That's what they do. And a lot of times when we finally get out of this and we realize what narcissism is, and we realize, wow, I can't really say too much. All I can say is I wish someone would have told me. I wish someone would have warned me. I wish someone would have told me how evil people could be. I wish someone would have told me that there's people that they're not necessarily murderers, but they're basically killing your soul. So that's where a lot of the anger, I feel, comes out of us, is when we realize those things, because we wish someone would have told us. And then we look around the people around us, and we look at our friends, our family members, and hey, they might have even told us that this person was bad news, but they didn't tell you why, or they might have told you why, but they didn't tell you the things that you needed to hear in the right way. Or maybe they told you the things that you need to know, but they never gave you a good example of being that type of person, because they've never been that type of person. And sometimes we don't respect what others say when we see that they're not living up to those things, up to those standards. And, the narcissist is very good at, chipping away at who you are, and basically making you invest all of their time, all of your energy onto them to chase after their dreams. And while you're helping them chase after their dreams, they're literally taking not only your dreams, but your support system, the people around you. They're telling you that, they're loners. They're telling you that they don't really like people. They really don't like human beings, that you're one of the people that they're closest to. You're one of the people that they could really talk to. They make you feel as if it's just you and them against the world, like they're your best friend. And meanwhile, you're looking at it as, hey, this is the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And, they're selling you dreams. They're telling you, one day we can get married. One day we can do this. One day we can do that, only to find out that day never comes. And the days where they have opportunities to give back at all the times that you've been there for them to get by so that they can chase their dreams, you realize that, hey, they don't really have your back. You could have did everything as perfect as you could, and they don't have your back. And when you do, you're so baffled by the whole situation that Even if you try to go back to how things used to be, you know they will never go back to how they used to be. You know you will never get that time back. And time is something that we never get back. And we spent too much time looking forward at the future, at what can be, or what's going to happen, or what we want to happen. Or we spend too much time living in the past that we're not looking at right now, today, around you, and see what is it that I could do to feel better about myself, or to help myself be better, feel better, so that when I do attract these people into my world, because we all know that narcissists are everywhere, you guys, and they're always trying to destroy others' dreams in order for them to follow their dreams. They do not feel as if everyone around them can follow, their dreams. This is why you can't be jealous of these people, because even if they lied to you and secluded you from having authentic friendships and people that love you around, even if they stopped you from doing that, in a sense, no one can stop you from doing anything. But let's just say, and you were in a state of sleep. So of course, when you wake up, you feel as if, yeah, you did stop me. And when you tell others that this person stopped you or they did these things, they're like, no, they didn't stop you. No one can stop you from doing anything. And then you're even more baffled and more outraged because no one's listening, or no one wants to listen, or everyone's like, look, that's just part of life. Keep going, keep it moving. And you just feel all these feelings like, why? And that's something we have to stop asking, is why. We have to understand that this is just how these narcissistic people are. We have to learn how can we function in society with these type of people, because it's very, very difficult. But when you do come out of the fog and you start to deal with these people on a daily basis, you connect the people that you deal with the people who have hurt you. And that's how you make the extinction of, oh, wow, these narcissists are all playing by the same book. But when you do realize that, doesn't it feel as if you start to actually learn how to deal with narcissist people? You know how a lot of narcissist people, they try to like jab at you when you meet them. They kind of pick on you, or they try to get their friends to pick on you, or they try to have you seem, kind of make a joke out of you, or, or they really try to look at you and see what they can say about you. I had a narcissist guy one time tell me that my lips weren't big enough. He literally told me that my lip was small, and I don't have tiny lips, you guys. My lips aren't tiny, but I figured I'm dealing with a narcissist person, because now you kind of make that distinction really, really fast when you meet them. So I kind of already was like, okay, I'm with a rich, arrogant, narcissistic person. And he is trying to find something about me to jab at, to see if basically what they do is they try to test you out to see if your feelings get hurt quickly. If your feelings get hurt quickly, they actually get off on that. They'll continue to be your friend. They'll continue to come around you. But now they see that they have hurt you in some type of way. Even if you tell them, hey, I'm not really hurt, just don't do it again. They're kind of like, oh, look at him, look at her. She got offended. He got offended. And then they feel some type of power. But if you literally tell them, because the guy that told me that had really small lips. He had small lips. And not only did he have small lips, you guys, his upper lip was crooked. Like, it was like going up a little bit. And then he had like a lazy eye. And I ended up finding out that he had, what is it? Myasthenia gravis? No, it's not myasthenia gravis. It's like an autoimmune disease. I can't really think about it right now. Well, half of his face, I guess, had an effect where I guess when it's really cold, his face gets really painful on one side, and his lip starts to kind of drool a little bit, as well as his eye gets a little lazy. So when he said that to me, I was kind of like, this guy has some nerve. Like, he has some nerve. Like, look at his lip. Like, you know, when you look at people, but you're not trying to be malicious. It's like, I looked at him and it was clear as day that his eye was lazy, and it was clear that his lip was kind of crooked. But because this man was really wealthy, he felt as if, you know, I have to attack her. I don't know how to attack her, but I need to see how strong she is. I need to see if she can take it. I need to see if she's going to say something back. I need to say if when she says something back, is there going to be anger in her tone? You know, when you're dealing with narcissists in a relationship, they try to jab at your self-esteem because they know that you can do better, you know, and this is what they do to keep you around, is pick at your weaknesses, which is your emotions. And a lot of women get emotional, you know, as well as men. But if they see that you're the type of person that doesn't get emotional, they know not to mess with you. I can say I could be an emotional person. But just because I'm an emotional person doesn't mean that I'm going to allow someone to make any judgments or size me up, you know, which I made a video on that, is that narcissists try to size you up. So I had never heard anyone ever tell me I had small lips. Never, because my lips are really not that small. But this narcissistic person had small lips and they were crooked. So I told him right away, I said, your lips are crooked. And then he said, no, they're not. And then he looked in the mirror and then he's like, well, a little bit, I guess, but I told you already that I have, you know, this autoimmune disease. I already told you that. That's why my eye is this way. He told me about his eye, but he never told me about his lip. But I noticed it. I just didn't say anything. So when he made that comment, I right away, you know, told him, like, your lip is crooked. And then he started looking in the mirror. That's when the narcissism out of him, you know, felt as if, wow, like he was baffled that I attacked him right away. You know, he had that look, and then he started to look at himself in the mirror, because that's what narcissists do. They're very insecure people, and I could tell that he was a very insecure man. It's only that, you know, he kept trying to tell me things like, oh, look, I just bought a new motorcycle. I just bought a new boat. He kept using materialistic things to draw me in. And I realized, wow, this person is trying to draw me in with his money. And I'm like, who cares about your money when your attitude is disgusting and nasty and very, like, you know, dominating in a way where it's like you feel that you can say anything you want to people. You feel as if your money defines who you are as a person, and you're this great looking guy, when in reality, you're not that great looking. I mean, it's kind of like those pedophiles you see on TV that have lots of money, like that guy, what's his name, Weinstein, or whatever his name is. He's all over social media. You know, these people have mansions, rich, and, you know, are some of the dirtiest people and look disgusting, but they do not, there's nothing that you can tell a narcissist to try to break them down. That's why there's no point on arguing with them. There's no point on involving yourself with them, because any person that they come across as friends or do business with, they're always going to want praise or something out of that person. They don't do anything just to do it. You know, even if they have they have a party and, you know, they have lots of drinks and things like that. The narcissist might be the kind of narcissist that doesn't even drink. They're all about their money. They don't like to spend money. They don't like to spend money on others, at least. And, they could be very, very cheap, but they'll have a party and have lots of drinks, and it's just to make just to watch people make a fool out of themselves, just to make people do things, maybe cheat on their wives and record them and always have something, always one up you. So the narcissist, you guys, is literally a dream killer. They get around anyone and everyone and they kill your dreams. They want you to give up on your dreams because then they look at themselves and they're like, look at me. I'm still chasing my dreams. I might be, 50, 60, 80. I might be 30, 50, gray hairs with a belly. And I'm still getting younger, girls. I'm still doing this. They think highly of themselves, not knowing that you're a predator. You're going after vulnerable people. You're going after young girls. You're going after other people that are vulnerable and you're destroying their dreams. Not even giving them a chance. They believe that everyone wants to be them. Everyone wants to be around them. They believe that they are the greatest partner, the greatest friend, and anyone will be lucky to be around them. Yet they can't be around people for too long because people will see their true colors. And even when those people see their true colors, a lot of times they won't say anything, but they think it's cool. They think it's cool until the narcissist F's over them. And let me tell you now, if you have narcissistic friends and you think that these people are funny and they're cool to be around and things like that, keep thinking that's cool until they steal from you. Keep thinking it's cool until they go behind your back and sleep with someone close to you or your sister or your brother, or they they get your family to go against you, or they start to somehow someone broke into your car, broke into your house and stole everything. You're wondering what happened. That's what narcissists do, you guys. One thing, you guys, that narcissists all have in common are that they all seek power. They all seek power. So with seeking power, you guys, you have to make people like you. This is why you can't really believe the narcissist when they play all this anti-social crap on you. The narcissist wants to be supported by strangers. They do not let people close enough that they need to use. So the first thing they do, you guys, is that they support strangers. Why do they support strangers? Because they're seeking something in return. This could be your parents. This could be, your partner. This could be people at your job. They all seek support from strangers and they all want power. By you not understanding the manipulation and the game of life and not being prepared for it, this is where the whys come, later on in the future. But a lot of times, that's not what happens when you're dealing with narcissistic parents. They don't help you understand the whys in life. They talk bad about you. They will bring up things that happen in your childhood. They take your dreams as a joke. If it's not their dreams, they won't support you. They will bring up things that happened, like I said, when you were younger, and they'll bring it up again. And, they'll tell everyone you've always been like this, and they'll just make you to be the bad person as if you cannot change or you haven't changed. They won't see you for years, and the moment you talk to them, they'll go back to seeing you how they always viewed you. So this is why when chasing your dreams, it's best to stay away from narcissistic parents. Usually you'll get a lot more done in life when you leave your narcissistic family because they won't have that power and control over you, put downs all the time, and supporting strangers, because they do support strangers. They support people around them. Maybe they're in a club or a group, or they're into church or something, and they're always supporting other people and making it seem as if, you're just this evil person that does not appreciate them or something. They're always the victim, you guys. But they're always supporting strangers. It never fails. Any type of narcissist that you're dealing with, whether it's family, work, or, a partner, it's always going to be strangers that they are going to devote themselves to, because they want something in return. Once you figure them out, you have nothing for them. And this is why they don't take you seriously. They play around with you, they toy with you, and they discard you, and they think they can come back. This is why you show these narcissists your value. Don't let them bully you. Don't let them say little jabs, throw little jabs about you, because that's really how they feel about themselves. And they need to have control over someone, because they don't have control over themselves. They might have everything they want in life, but their attitude is so disgusting. No one really likes them like that. They tell you that everyone loves them or likes them or praises them, but these people really don't. The only reason these people are nice to them is because they are nice to strangers. They need someone to treat bad. If it's not you, it's going to be someone else. So always remember that if it's not you, it will be someone else. It will be someone else every single time. This is why they're, when you're with a narcissist, they're always willing to take you back, because they're always dealing with drama in their life. This is why they come around. This is why they just are always having that door open. They're at the point where they're literally in their bedroom with the door open. They don't care who comes in and out. They really do not care about anyone. Another thing you will notice, you guys, when chasing your dreams, when dealing with your partner, is that they always try to distract you from what you have to do. So if you have a big test coming up, if you have something going on, they will tell you, you're not really going to amount to anything, or you're not going to make that much money, or, basically that, education really means nothing, or, that they are able to make more money quicker doing other things, or, it's always something with them. But they never support you. And they always sell you dreams. When they do support you, they're telling you, hey, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. If you did this for me, I would have done it for you. Hey, my car's not working, can you take me to work? If it was you, I would take you to work. Only to find out that when the tables do switch, they will you could be at work and telling them, hey, it's raining outside, can you come get me? And they'll tell you, no, it's raining, I can't come get you. It's raining, I don't like to drive in the rain. And you're baffled, because you were there for this person. You were there for them through their ups and downs. And the only thing a narcissist will tell you is, well, you shouldn't have done it. Well, you shouldn't have done it. And you're like, well, you told me you were going to do this. You shouldn't have done it. Move on. Leave me alone. I'm not thinking about you. No one's thinking about you. No one knows you. What do you want? It will quickly go from they love you to they hate you. And this is why you cannot follow your dreams. You can't follow your dreams with someone that does not believe in your dreams. When you're dealing with narcissists at work, and you're following your dreams, and you're at work and you're thinking, oh, maybe one day I'll be the manager. Maybe one day I'll be the supervisor, or whatever it is. The narcissist doesn't want you to succeed. They'll do anything so that you can get fired. As soon as you show any type of interest in management, they'll go from being your friend to being, now you're the enemy, because now they feel like they have to compete. Anytime the narcissist feels like they need to compete, even if, for say, everyone at work likes you, they won't like that you're getting that type of likable attention. So they'll start a rumor. And then they'll be the person instigating it, or they won't even be the person instigating it. They'll just start the rumor and let everyone run off with their thoughts and just sit back and watch everything, unfold. And they'll be the ones who start the rumor, but they'll be quiet the whole time. They won't say anything. They'll let everyone else do the talking. They'll basically, people are flying monkeys and they don't even know they're flying monkeys. So, the narcissist, you guys, destroys your dreams in every way possible. This is why I always say never work hard, always work smart, always stand your ground. Most narcissists will always try you. They might even try you a couple times. A lot of times, just like the narcissist, I gave you guys an example about that, he had all these things wrong with his face, but he needed something to make me feel less than him. And that's what he tried to do. And it didn't work for him because he then became insecure. And then, after, getting to know me, he would tell me that, hey, I like you. You're a good friend, because I stood my ground. I didn't allow him to walk over me that way. And that's what narcissists do. They'll try you. And when they can't, then they'll respect you. They'll respect you a bit. They'll try you again. They might say something else in the future. You guys, just like this guy, very narcissistic. The moment that the narcissist tries you, or tries to throw a jab at you, you have to throw that jab right back. I don't resort to violence or anything like that. But when someone that is narcissistic throws a jab at you, you have to throw the jab back. And you can't do it in a way where you're getting angry and you're yelling and you're cussing. And no, you have to do it in a very classy way. You have to do it, in a very calm voice, like, oh, I have small lips. Well, you have cricket lips and your eye is sagging, and you have to have a very just calm voice. And you'll see that they won't even really get angry, because you have to understand that narcissists, their feelings don't get hurt easily. They actually they enjoy hurting others. And when they find someone that doesn't get hurt easily, of course, they will try you, but they enjoy that you are really, they respect that you're not getting angry. They respect that they can't, hurt your feelings easily. This is why, when they see you cry and things like that, they start calling you weak. They say that you're weak, that you're a crybaby and things like that. And trust me, I've been there. I've been there so many times. But when you learn that this is just how these people function in society, it doesn't hurt you anymore. The only reason it hurts you, you guys, is because you love these people. You love them. It could be your family and you're someone close to you, your partner, and you love them. So it hurts because they just have the energy to mess with you. They have the energy to mess with you, and it never stops with them. You're like, what kind of energy are these people running off on? That's just who they are. I know some of us feel as if we wasted time, our dreams, but really, life is a journey. Everything in life is a journey. And sometimes the dreams that we believed were our dreams, and even after being with the narcissist, you might feel like that was your dream, but the narcissist made you believe it wasn't. Once you wake up, would you really want to go back to being blind? Would you really like to go back to being a naive person and not really know what's going on in the game of life? Would you really like to go back? And my answer is no, I would not want to go back, even though I've made a lot of bad choices and my mind wasn't right when I went through these things because no one taught me, or maybe I was taught and I had to learn by myself, or whatever the case is. Dreams are meant to be followed, and once you learn to let go of the narcissist, you will see that there's so many other dreams that you can look forward to. Every day is a dream. Every day is a daydream that you can start off and accomplish anything. You can spend every day living life however you would want to spend it. Sometimes we don't know what that is. Sometimes we don't know the direction of those things. And my best advice for you guys is to, travel, time travel. Anytime that you're walking, you're time traveling. That's why when you get in a car and you're driving so fast to be somewhere in 10 minutes, you literally traveled 10 minutes into the future quicker than you would have if you would have been walking. But when you're walking, that's a natural source of energy. And when you are producing natural sources of energy, that energy will give you fuel to follow whatever it is, dream that you want. And I ask that you guys get that fuel, get that natural fuel within yourself to keep it moving, keep walking, keep running, keep looking at that narcissist from the rear view mirror, because the narcissist will always be about themselves. They believe that they are gods. They do not believe in equality. They do not believe in peace. And they are definitely people that will kill your dreams if you allow them to. And at the end, they'll just look at you as if, you did it to yourself. So don't ever get fooled by their charm. Don't get fooled by the late night conversations. Don't get fooled by, the sex. Don't be fooled by the promises. Don't be fooled by their smile. Don't be fooled by their fake hugs and love, because you can feel when someone is not about you. When someone is doing stuff for others that they will never do for you, that should already be a red flag, that they're not for you and they're just wasting time. And the narcissist loves wasting time. So while they're wasting time, live your dreams. Don't allow people to not want to see you happy. Don't allow people to want to see you mad, or want to see you afraid, or want to do things to you. And because there's mistrust on your side because of things that they've done, they feel as if you can't bring those things up anymore and you need to move on. Meanwhile, if you would do half the things that they will do to you, we all know that the narcissist could never take what they dish out. They'll be very aggressive. They'll get violent. They'll put you in situations where they'll call law enforcement on you. Narcissists are very vindictive, very, very malicious people, you guys. So just try to be happy every day, one day at a time, especially in these times that we're living in with so much chaos. And I know it's very hard. I know some days are better than others. But you have to keep going. You have to keep moving. All you have is yourself, and the narcissist teaches you that all you do have is yourself. And as we have many good and bad relationships in life, at the end of the day, all we do truly have is ourselves. All we have is memories and moments. So please stop spending so many bad memories and bad moments with people that, we're supposed to only be in your life for a little bit. So, try to be more happy. If, you're around someone that doesn't want to see you happy, or that you're always forgiving them, but they don't really forgive you and they get very vindictive, keep away from those type of people. Nothing good comes from them, and nothing good will prosper in their life. for too long. So, I leave you guys with this message. I hope that it was helpful. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Keep us updated what's going on in your city, your state. And leave your comments if you've experienced this, you guys. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.